Update time on the purple 1850. Got the dash panel painted. It gave me some grief. I had basically fisheye. I had some right there. I had a streak right there. All I can figure was something that was on my tack cloth. Had a couple of spots and I was able to fix them. Quite proud of that. It turned out good. And then I had to go and get a little carried away over here where there was no problems, and I ended up with a run. Now some of you are saying, boy, that's pink. I've been hearing it. You know, here it is Easter time. Nothing says Easter like Peeps. A pink peep. There goes my diet. Little dude's missing his whole body now. Looks more purple now, doesn't it? Wow, that package just says no fat. And you know, that's what I'm trying to do, is lose fat. So I gotta think that eating this peep is not gonna make me fat because it doesn't have fat. Well, now we're out of demonstration pieces. Good thing I only brought one out. But I'm gonna sand this run off and see if I can't get it smooth and buff it back out. And if I can't, then I guess it's gonna have to get another coat to make it right. The joys of painting. Well, should have used a slightly less aggressive sandpaper. I got rid of the run, but I also got through to the primer. So she's getting another coat of paint. So I'll probably do a little more sanding on it just to smooth it up a little more, something a little finer. And hit her one more time. Bummer. I often get asked about why I'm painting this tractor purple. And it goes back to what Oliver had called their Growing O shows back in the 60s. I've got some footage here from viewer Michael Bird, and his father was a vice president at Oliver. So these are home movies from one of the Growing O shows. And as you can see, I think this was Farm Progress show, but this is a 1750 coming up here. So that kind of dates it to 1966. That would have been the newest model at that point. The largest one in the video is a 1950. I'll put a link in the description and a tag up above here so you can go. He's got this video and another one. But they got the little 1250 Fiat, 1550, 1650, the new 1750, 1850, and the largest is the 1950. And they'd show them off to the crowds, do different demonstrations. I can see a dynamometer back there. They had a little show to go with the whole thing, talking about things. But what I really wanted to show in this video is coming up here, and it was the purple tractor right there. It was for the colorblind plow demonstration, and the idea behind it was that they wanted to sell plows to, I am going to pause this just about here. Okay, they wanted to sell plows to guys that bought other brands of tractors, John Deere, International. And so the ad campaign was, it didn't matter if your tractor was red, green, blue, orange, or even yellow, or even purple. The Oliver plow was the best one to go behind it. And to sell these plows and create this promotion and some hype, they painted an 1850 this color of purple, and it was a big hit at the first time they put it out at the dealer meeting. And so then they continued on with it at the different trade shows and farm shows, and there were a few of them painted up because of this, and then they all returned back to green once the promotion was over. The reason I paused here is, if you look, the plow has only part of the idea was promoting the new hydraulic reset plow. They had their new SpeedX bottom out around that time. This plow is actually set up with 2 hydraulic reset bottoms, but the front bottom is what they call a cushion trip, a spring-loaded bottom that comes back, and if there's enough pressure, then it trips, but you have to stop to reset it. The next 2 bottoms back are hydraulic, and those just come up out of the ground if they hit an obstruction, and then hydraulic pressure pushes them back down in the ground. And the back 2 bottoms, I can't make out enough detail. My guess would be probably one of them was a shear bolt bottom, and maybe another cushion trip bottom. And normally you'd never get a plow that way, but they build it just for this demonstration purpose. But here we see the 1850 rolling on, and that's about all there is in this video of it. But as you can see, that's pretty much the color. I've gotten pretty darn close on the color, and that's the story behind it. It was a promotional idea to sell plows, and they had advertisement. They had a promotional video they made. I'll put a link in for that too. Someone else has shared that on YouTube. Thanks again, Michael, for letting me use this video. Some gauges installed. A little more painting. Still got those fenders to do, and some of the other sheet metal. But I redid the, sanded that, repainted that dash cowling, and turned out much better this time. At least good enough that I can live with it, I think. It's pretty much dry. Touch it here where the panel gets covered up. Yeah, ever slight tackiness to it, so. Just cut a little touch up on the 3-point arms before I stick them on. Made a lot of progress since the last video. Front wheels are on. New plated bolts there. New plated bolts to hold on the grill. The white was all gone off the Oliver emblem, so I had got Abby to repaint the white for me. Got the chrome alternator so it goes faster. I had a new old stock tack cable in the basement, so I stuck that on here. Let's see, what else have I done? New seat cushions came yesterday. Got them put on today. And some knobs. I also put on the wheels today. Freshly painted clamps. New hardware there. I opted for, had an extra set of dual hubs around, so I thought that'd be neat. Throw a little extra color there inside the wheel. Possibly put duals on it someday. Shock absorber in the seat. Got some new old stock pins for the top here. Got to get retainers for them. She's coming together. I ordered a new wiring harness from Agco. Corvus makes wiring harnesses, but from what I'm seeing, they don't make a 1850 diesel one. And Agco still offers them, amazingly enough. So got one of those coming, so I can get things wired up and put together so I can get it running. I got a tarp to cover it up with, but it's getting to the point where it'd be just as easy to drive it outside or into another building while I'm painting the rest of the sheet metal, so I don't get overspray or anything on it and ruin the shine. Got a new copper line for the oil pressure gauge. But I get that dash cowling on, and then I can get the steering wheel, gauges, electrical hooked up, and get it to where I can fire it up. Fuel tank's all painted up and ready to go in, but I'm holding off on putting that in until got some of the stuff that goes underneath it, the wiring and whatnot. Just be a little easier without the tank in there, I think. That's where she stands. Making progress here and there, farming in between. Appreciate everybody watching, and we'll see you in the next one.